Yeah, so side, forward, side, back. Make the back more dramatic.
Okay.
Yeah, that pattern. And I think that should be good.
You like it?
Yeah.
What scene are we doing right now?
This one is 8.
Explain what the scene is, though.
Oh, so are we doing...
It's for the behind the scenes.
Thank you. I was originally intending to work on a completely different project, but at the time when I just sat down to write, I was in communication with a friend of mine, and it brought me back to the experience that we had. It was, at this point, probably about 2 or 3 years ago when I met this guy online. He goes by Loki, and in honor of that, I have my little Loki hairpin in today. Different Loki, but I had gone through this experience with him about 3 weeks after we met. That he had always had hearing problems, but he had an implant that had allowed him to hear, and then it just suddenly stopped working. And he had always been a ballet dancer, so suddenly he had to deal with the fact that he had gone completely deaf, and for a while he thought that he wasn't going to be able to dance again. And me and a couple of the other people who had recently gotten to know him started suggesting to him that he could try to use the sheet music or try to just figure out some other way to use the rhythm, like the metronome that's used in the symbolism of the film. So the way that we decided to help him through his problem indirectly, and then the way that he eventually was able to use that advice to overcome it, and within a couple of months enter a dance competition, ended up becoming the plot of this film.
I've always had a lot of admiration for Cassandra, especially what she accomplished last year with getting the internship at NBC. So I knew that she was responsible, and she wouldn't jerk me around. She would definitely be responsible and professional. So that was like a big part why I agreed to work on it, was definitely because I trusted her. But also the script itself definitely stuck out to me. I like the idea of how the person who's handicapped or disabled uses problem-solving skills, you know, to accomplish what their goal is. That really jumped out at me. And when she was describing those scenes where he has to use the metronome to relearn how to dance and then use the vibrations of the music around him and then read the sheet music, that was where I said, okay, that'll be cool.
You did, because you couldn't get anybody else to play the role.
My mother actually made me do it, but after doing the entire movie, it actually really interests me. Like, I never thought I would actually like it. I never thought I'd be a person to be out there acting. I'm more of a shy introvert, but doing this film kind of like opened up like me as a person, of what I like maybe an interest in what I like to do.
So the experience has been really rewarding, just in terms of working with everyone. Everyone's just been so nice and helpful towards each other, and the food was really good.
I think it was just the group of people that I worked with. Everybody was very professional about getting the work done, but we also joked around and had a good time while we were doing it. So it was fun to make faces at Rob and make him laugh in between the takes when we were trying to do the really serious scenes.
I was interested in working with Rob from the moment that I saw him in Scuba Tap Man. And when I texted him to reach out, I had never had any contact with him before, so I had to ask Grace, who is another TFA student who had directed him before, to contact him on my behalf, so I wasn't just randomly texting him. And strangely enough, the moment that he replied back to me with yes, the way that he texted is exactly the same as Loki texts. So I was immediately struck by the similarity, and I felt like at that moment I made the right choice in casting him.
Perfect. Rob's extremely reliable, extremely talented, extremely competent, and he's a really good man. He's a moral guy. I like him a lot. So yeah, it was good working with Rob as an actor. It was good working with Mrs. Crimmen as an actress. She doesn't. I'm assuming that doesn't act too often, but
Thank you. I, around Jack, cannot have enough thank yous in me, because there is no way that this project would turn out the way that I think it's going to without him.
He's fantastic. He knows his job so well, and he was able to like set the lights up and get everything set up. But the thing that I think impressed me the most about Jack was that once he would set it up, he always referred Cassandra to look at it and make sure it was the view that she wanted and it was the angle that she wanted. So he was very good about not taking over the directing role, but really good at just doing the camera role.
I know that my mom really loves me because she agreed to do this even though she hates being on camera. So I felt very appreciative of that.
It's really nice working with Cassie. It was really nice. She sent the script really early on, so I was able to review it, which was really nice. She's super nice. She's so driven. Yeah.
Cassandra is very particular about what she wants, and that kind of pushes me to be a better director of photography. She has very organized. All of her storyboards are neat as a button.
Working with Cassandra was actually really interesting because we grew up together and we've always known each other, and it was actually really cool to see like how what she learned through school and how good she was actually at it. And I think that's definitely her calling.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt to work with. It just kept on falling off. It was kind of like squishy, so I thought like I could like manipulate it, but it just ended up breaking.
It was kind of awkward, but then actually we got used to it, and it just kind of came as like a routine.
Even if someone tells you no, there's always some other way to work around an obstacle. So what we are doing back here is that we're shooting the scene when Luke is learning how to catch the tempo so that he can dance without the music. So he's getting in unison with the metronome.
Cool. How do you feel about this, Rob?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah.